Now to make our corner to corner edging a little bit pointier, now this looks a bit like dragon scales to me. It kind of curves in and it spikes at the ends here. Really, really pretty look for your corner to corner blanket. It gives it more of an angular look as well. So to make this spiky look, what we're going to do is we're going to join our yarn. So I'm going to insert my hook. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to work into the back loop. I just find this gives it such a pretty look, gives it a very pretty edge to it. Now I would recommend using the same colour as what you've already used for your edging, so in this instance white for mine. I'm going to use this beautiful magenta just to show you where it is and the difference it makes just for this demonstration, but typically I would be using the same colour. Now the reason for this is the way it looks on the back. It's just very neat in the same colour, and it would show not as neatly in a different colour. So to begin, what we're going to do is we're just going to hold our new colour of yarn here at the back. You won't have the new colour, so you don't have to worry about that. You would just literally go into your next chain in the back loop, pull through your loop and pull through again. So I'm just going to hold mine at the back. I'm just pulling it through there to hold it steady. And then I'm going to go into the next loop, pull through my yarn and pull through again. And I'm going to continue making slip stitches until I get to the gap, and I'll show you what I mean. So here, where we've got 2 chains in between our double crochets of our previous row for our border, I'm going to now make a chain 2, chain 1, chain 2, and then I'm going to slip stitch into the next chain, and then into the next, and into the next. And as we get to our next gap, we're going to slip stitch into the next chain, and then chain 2, chain 1, chain 2, and then continue our slip stitches. Now this is essentially what we're doing in this row. It's giving it a lovely definition, and it's giving you a much pointier dragon scale sort of spiky edge to it. So I'm going to continue that way, and I'll show you the next bit we do that with. So I'm going to slip stitch into our next chains. And the beauty of this is we're not actually missing any of these chains that we created on the previous border row. We're using them. So it's quite easy and methodical to work through this. Okay, as we're approaching the next gap here where we've got a chain 2 for the previous round, I'm going to slip stitch into the first of those chains, chain 2 ourselves, and then slip stitch into the next. And as you can see, I'll just lay this out for you, we're getting a much spikier edge here. We're going to continue this pattern all the way around, and when we get to the corner I'll just repeat the instructions for that. So we're just going to slip stitch into every chain and then do our chain 2 for our angled part above every previous chain 2 area. So here we go on this one. We're going to insert our hook and do a slip stitch where we previously had a chain 2 on the previous round, then chain 2, then insert our hook to do another slip stitch to pull that back in and give us that pointy edge. And then by doing a chain in, a slip stitch into every chain, it gives us this curvy look to it, and we're getting that beautiful spiky look. So as we're approaching our corner piece here, what we're going to do is we are going to slip stitch into every chain, and same as we did before, when we get to our large gap here where we've got our 2 chains from the previous round above it, we're going to slip stitch into the first one, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the next to give us that gorgeous point. And then slip stitch again, and again where we meet another gap, we're going to slip stitch into the first, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the second chain here. And if it's a little bit tricky, just use your nail or even the edge of your hook to open that loop for you. And this is what it's looking like. Beautiful angular, spiky look to it. So we're going to continue that all the way around. If you need to rewind and listen to the instructions again, please do, or crochet along with me. Thank you for choosing to create with me.